Po3, good Manny. Good everybody, what's good everybody? A little bit early today because I woke up early, so I said I'll start stream early. A couple things I do need to get done though. What's good, Speedy? Yeah, I'll break down bias, of course. KYC verifier outside USA on Alpha. Wait, what do you mean? Don't they just give you the steps? I remember just taking a picture of myself or something. All right, let's add some people. So listen, actually, we'll let people join up. It's good, everybody. It's good, Sam. It's good, Mohammed. It's good, Messi. It's good, Ben. It's good, Singh. We'll do bias, guys. 9:15. All right, 9:15. Closer to 9:20. We'll do bias, of course. We got time. Don't worry. These are the levels I'm looking at right now. These are all the levels I'm looking at. Did ES trade into? Okay, cool. What's good, Mr. Dollar? What's the bias in your opinion? We'll cover bias, guys. Don't worry. We'll cover bias. You not care about who paid for the account? No, doesn't matter, bro. Is also good. It's the best firm right now, in my opinion. They just have the easiest rules to get a payout. I'm just adding people. So for those of you who don't know, there's currently there's 30% off Alpha Futures accounts. It's only for 24 hours. If you use my code, send me proof. It has to be with the 30%. So you can get a 50K account for like $50. If you use my code, let me know and I'll add you to this giveaway. All right? Eval, it's going to be like, all the activation fees are $150. Those are all the activation fees. This giveaway is for only people who use my code. So for those people, you know your stock positions. You know your stock positions. Is your FX bad? What do you mean is my Forex bad? The giveaway is for people who use my code, guys. 30% off Alpha Futures. Do you have a negative Forex? What do you mean a negative Forex? What's good? What's good, Robert? Is your champion finished? Is there more to come? It is. My Po3 model is not framed around 10 a.m. It's 9:30. Forex impact. What do you mean my Forex impact? Sorry, I don't understand the question exactly. Like, do I swing trade Forex? I don't really swing trade Forex anymore, if that's what you're asking. I'm from Romania. I can't log into Alpha. I'm sorry, bro. I know. Do you buy in US dollars? Yes. I buy in US dollars. Oh, you're saying, yeah. So whenever I put in money to my account, it converts. I just convert it to US. You convert to US. Yeah, yeah, for sure. $40 for the eval. It's 30% off. I think it's like 50, 54, 54.99 or something. I haven't gotten a 50K. That's for a 50K. Anyway, so if you guys get the 30% off Alpha Futures, just let me know. Because a lot of people, like, I'll tell you guys right now, a lot of people got an account, but they haven't sent me proof. Should I activate account to try to get a payout and then buy a new account? Or buy a new one? It's really all up to you, bro. It's really all up to you. Should I activate the account and try to get a payout and buy a new account or buy a new one? You know what actually I would do? I mean, you can activate it because you're going to have to activate it eventually. But I wouldn't trade it. Is your first payout, George? I'm going to give you a cheat code. First of all, congratulations to George. He passed his first ever eval. Well done. Is it a 50K eval, George? I want to tell you how easy it is to get your first payout. Now, the number may not be too appealing, but this is very, very repeatable. So, listen closely. You can genuinely risk, let's say, $100 per trade, 150, 100 to 150. If you continuously only risk this with like 2 trades a day, you'll never blow the account, bro. And I know it sounds like so, but the truth is, most people blow their first account. Most people blow their funded account, period. Let alone their first one. So what you can do, George, is you can risk $100, George, for 2R every trade. Fixed. Don't look at no take profits, nothing. Fixed. Fixed. Risk 100 to make 200. And all you have to do, George, is win 3 trades. If you can get positive 3 trades, you can request a $500 payout and you have $1,500 left to work with. That's all you have to do on the funded. Exactly. It's basically a Top Step account. Well, it depends. If you think Top Step's better, then obviously this doesn't make sense. But for me, Alpha's way better, so it's not even close. You don't have to win 5 trades with $200 to pay out. You don't have to do that with the standard. No. You can just go 100 to 200. Yes, Alpha moves you to live. So George, my recommendation to you is, if you want to follow that plan, save that funded account, because what you can do is you can get another one, and if you can manage to get 2 now, it'll one give you more practice, and 2, exactly, you can scale up. But no one said like that $500 payout can be across many accounts eventually. So what I would do, George, is try to get 1 more funded. The reason I'm saying this is because you're not gonna copy trade these fundeds. You're gonna risk them every time you win. You're gonna keep trading that account. If you win, stay on that account. If you lose, you're gonna switch. This way, you're practically guaranteed a payout on at least one of them, unless you go on full-blown tilt. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a little cheat code, because now you don't have $2,000 to work with. You have 4,000. You have 4,000 in drawdown. It's 2 separate 2,000 drawdowns. And since you're not copy trading, you're pretty much guaranteed. Like, I'm not guaranteed, but as long as you follow your risk management and your plan to some extent, you're going to get a payout. You know, you just have to follow. You're not gonna blow both accounts, but without getting one, unless you lose like 30 trades in a row. Exactly. If you win, you stay on the account. Stay confident. Keep risking that 100 to make 200. If you lose, switch. You'll never go in deep drawdown, and it's gonna be really nice, bro. That's my advice to you, brother. We'll cover bias. I have to post my outlook actually, so give me a sec. That's my advice. And it also works in your favor now because it's 30% off anyways. So it's always gonna be 30%, guys. So even if it rebuilds, it's still 30%. So you have that advantage too. $30 cheaper. It's basically like, so if you take 2 months to pass, then it's basically like getting a whole other fresh account. Anyways, so yeah, a lot of people got accounts, but they didn't message me. So if you do get an account, just let me know. Does have to pay for the compound on top side if it passed? Nope. Once you pass, you don't have to pay. That's for any firm, futures firm. How long? The 30%. It's only 24 hours long. My comp breaked up itself. I'm trying to open trading you. Sorry about that, bro. It's on MT5. No, it's a futures, bro. This is futures. Risk 100 on minis? No, never. Impossible. I don't think you can. That's like, there's no point in trading if you're gonna trade minis risking 100. Okay. I have to post a daily outlook. Is today PPI? Yeah, on Apex you have to build a buffer. That's why I like Alpha, because you don't have to build a buffer. It's very beginner friendly and payout friendly. No buffer required. And they don't punish you for taking a payout before the buffer. That's why they're my favorite. I mean, Top Step's still good. I still use Top Step. But to me, that's like it's like not even close. Like, no buffer is insane. It's standard word. That's what I use. What do you mean by buffer? Like, you have to get a threshold in the account. I use Alpha Futures and Top Step. Those are my number 2. But like I'm saying, Alpha doesn't require a buffer. So for me, that's really beneficial because I want to take small payouts consistently on multiple accounts. So it fits my style. Like, easier payouts that are smaller in size, but I can scale with that. You know. Should I activate the account now or later? Let me ask them how long it takes to activate it. How long do you have? Give me 1 sec. I just asked them. You have 30 days? So whenever you're ready, bro. The account's not going to go anywhere once you activate it, so it doesn't matter. Probably your connection, but I'm not really sure. I heard a lot of people saying it was like somewhat laggy yesterday, but it was like 90%, like most people didn't have it, but some people did, so it's weird. You think of this like more people are joining? After large expansion back-to-back days, less. Is today PPI? Does anyone know? I just have to write my pre-market plan. If I don't write my pre-market plan before, then PPI is tomorrow. Tomorrow, got you. Okay. Um, 30 days, yeah. So just whenever you're ready, George. It doesn't really matter. You'll have the funding forever. So as long as you don't. Um, cool. All right, so we got that out of the way. So if you're gonna get 30% off, let me know. I'll enter you in the giveaway. There's only 6 people, or there's 9 entries in the giveaway right now. So you have a 20% chance if you enter now, but obviously that number will probably increase. But I don't know, man. A lot of people got accounts, but they didn't show me that they didn't show me that they like got the account. Like I see people using my code, but I don't see anyone, like no one's sending me proof. No one's sending me a DM like, hey, look, this is the account I got. So unfortunately, I can't enter them. The giveaway is for people who use the 30% off with my code. I'll probably do another giveaway. Why is your stream buffering every day? Is the stream buffering for anyone else? I don't know if it's me, man. I will look into it though. Um, exactly, Chris. So that's exactly why I like alpha, Chris. That's exactly why I like um that's exactly why I like alpha. Because there's so many times where I've gotten like a good run up on a Top Step account, but if I want to get like a decent pay, I have to get above 2,000, which just makes it way harder. It's harder to me because especially when I'm risking like 100 to 150, that's what I want to risk. So I have to risk more if I want to build a buffer in a like decent amount of time, but I don't want to risk more. But if I don't risk more, I'm like never gonna get the buffer or the payout. So like you have to risk more, right? But on alpha, I don't have to do that. I can just risk 100 to $150 on a 50K and win a couple trades, take a payout. You know, the amount of times I've been up like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades on a Top Step and not been able to take anything out is max allocation right now is it's 350Ks, but I believe they're gonna soon add so you can get 2 more. Anyways, so if you use my code, let me know. I won't get back to you now because I have it's time to lock in, talk about bias and such. But I wanted to get that out of the way. So yeah, I mean no one messaged me. So full port today, Gatie. We're going to the Maldives next week. We're not full porting today, bro. That's not happening. Appreciate you. Thanks for the educational videos. I got many more to come, brother. Many more to come. How do I prove? I guess just show me you got the account, and I'll take your word for it. As long as you can show me like the dashboard, it'll show me like the dates, and I'll see like the percentage taken off. It just the only criteria is it has to be the 30% off, because otherwise they won't grant you the account. Because they'll know if you use my code and if you got the 30% off in the time interval. Yeah, you can reset an account. That's okay. If you already have like a 30 or 40% off and you reset, that works. That's okay. If you already had a discount one, or if you're already like close to, well, yeah. So it's fine. Okay, what was I gonna do? I totally forget. Oh yeah, open the accounts. Okay, let's talk about buys quickly. Let me take a bite of my sandwich first. Yeah, there's an activation fee. All right. So first things first, there is a chance today. Everyone listen closely. There's a chance today that today isn't somewhat too expanded, meaning we had two large expansion days back to back. Most of the time, when we have large days like this, for example, I don't know, here and here, you still get a decent daily candle, but it's usually not going to be large expansion. If the market's going to go higher, I'm looking at these levels right here, these old daily highs, and this SIBI. Okay. I think we can get there. The reason I think we can get there because we're trading above this fair value gap. So I think it's possible, but we just didn't quite inverse. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a reversal. We didn't inverse, but we did close above 50%. So it's like one of those, it's like an iffy situation. So honestly, we're probably going to focus on like just a very nice trade intraday, not focusing too much on the daily levels. We just look for something like some relative equal high or low intraday. For example, right now order flow is obviously bullish. We see the 15-minute bullish fair value gap. We see the breaker. We manipulated below midnight. So we could potentially frame a high probability long just off this. Just finding the intraday kind of bias, intraday order flow idea. This would have been a nice long in London. We'll zoom out. Yeah, I mean, we touched the 4-hour. ES hasn't taken previous day's high, so ES could go there. If we show signs of the S&T at previous day high holding, if we show signs of the S&T at previous day high holding, then so we'll see. We'll just have to wait for that signature in price. We'll just focus intraday, focus on like a nice 1 hour, 2 hour trade. I'm not expecting anything too large of an expansion. I will say one thing though, stock market pumped pre-market again. So I'm up another like 5% on that swing trade, which is really good. It's really nice to hear. Wow, it's literally still going. So we're up another 5% on the day alone. I woke up, it was 3%. Now it's like 5%. So that's good, man. That's good. Let me quickly glance at NVIDIA. I had these alerts marked out. I'm looking at some monthly highs. Yes, I want to see like there, man. I'm gonna hold this. Yeah, crypto's going good too, man. Everyone's complaining about Trump markets, but like, come on, you didn't buy that dip? Pre-market's already taking out one of my TPs. So let me see, like a February high. That's right there. That's already taken out. Then we have January high, which is right here. So I guess January high is a good level for me. Potentially take profits off. But I think I'm gonna hold this another 15%. But we're up real nice. Guys, well clearly I'm talking about open unless we invalidate the MC. Yeah. It's a tough day. It's a tough day in terms of bias. The other days were really clear, but now that we reached those weekly objectives, we've reached the weekly objectives, you know, that's what it is. And I think we can see a move lower. I think we can see a move lower, but it's hard to just say that and be confident in it. But we're inside the weekly bearish. I think it can send us lower. I do think it can send us lower. So, like, if we can stay below this, I got you, Carl. I'll look after live stream because I won't have time to just keep going back and forth. But I will get everyone. Once I send you a message saying added, that means I officially added you into the giveaway. What's your advice on creating a buffer on 50K? You got to just do it slowly. Don't rush it. Depends what firm you're with. But that's why I say just get alpha futures. You don't need a buffer. If we can stay below this red line showing bearish order flow, then it's quite possible. I feel like we haven't done enough damage down here. Why not FTMO? I trade futures. All right, let me finish my damage before market open. I like these equal lows right here. All right, cool. Cool. I like this sell side. I think I'm going to primarily focus on a short bias here. I think the SMT at the daily high can hold for now. I'm bullish higher time frame, but I think this continues lower. At least to bump out any trailed stops. Your code isn't working? You probably typed it in wrong. A lot of people have been using it, brother. So equal lows on yes. Yeah, it's pretty clean. We'll go, Garrett. I gotta finish this sandwich before 9:30. Oh shit, it's 9:30. It's okay. So I definitely think we can find a short here, maybe, and towards the opening range gap at least. We have the opening range gap. We have these equal lows right below midnight opening price at 50% the opening range gap. I think that's a high probability target. If we can respect this 15-minute bearish, I think it makes sense. Or even this 1 minute right here. Resting in premium. Take out these highs for trailed shorts and then maybe dump. Right now, I'm trying to outline a short. Not really interested in any longs right now. Activation fee is 150. Same as Top Step. Damn, are we gonna get? We're gonna get January high today? I think it's going. Oh no, it's $10 away. I'm tripping. It's only 30% is only off the eval. The activation fee stays the same, but the 30% will stay on the account. So if you ever need a rebill, it's still cheaper than a regular. So good to always have something at least rebilling on the discount. There's buy side. Potential first presentation here. You know what I need to enable? I don't have to zoom in. So see the close of that, the close of this candle is 61.5. The open of this one is 61.5. All right, we have our first presentation embedded inside the city. We are really expanding higher. Looks like we may get previous day's high on ES. Possible. So just wait and see. Damn, bro. So bullish. I mean, I'm not complaining, bro, because look in the video, man. There's no classic model here, actually, because 930 didn't go below anything. It would have had to take out these lows and then, like, I want to see that bottom wick at 930. It's too risky taking a long here because no one's been stopped out short. Meaning, I don't want to be the one stopped out, you know? But yeah, we did take out the short-term lows here. I mean, I'm not complaining, bro. I'm not complaining because Nvidia's pumping, AMD's pumping. I'm making like insane percentage. This is why swing trading is so good, man. Like, I entered that trade so long ago, and I'm just like constantly making like, whenever you know that distribution higher happens, I'm making like 3 to like 6% every single day for free. Like, I don't even have to trade. So consider start getting into that stuff. Yeah, man, AMD's pumping, and I got a pretty good feel, so I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. But we'll see if we can see like this pump kind of changes everything. Now my eyes go higher because I mean we'll see how aggressively, but it's clearly bullish. Like this is really bullish order flow. So if I'm expecting a continuation higher, I mean yeah we could. It's a long. It's only 200 points actually. I swing trade futures. I mean stocks. Yeah, I don't even swing trade. If you swing trade the futures, you can make even way more percentage. But I like to be very conservative. there's pretty much, I mean, there's a 4-hour city here. I was going to say there's not much to aim for besides this 4-hour city, which if we inverse, then the highs that I marked out there. I'm not saying we're going to hold this, but I think it's worth marking out. Because how high above the buy side can we go? This 4-hour city, it's not really shortable in my opinion, though. Kind of a mess going on here. ES took the buy side. SMT at previous day high holds. Let's see if we get an inversion here. If we get a strong inversion, I actually wouldn't be opposed to shorting it as a classic model. But no, it's really not the best. I use interactive brokers. Now, I'm not really looking for shorts. I was pretty neutral going into today. It's hard to say. We have to see a move lower on the daily. You know, we haven't really offered any fair value. The thing is, if I'm going to short, I probably would want to see a CISD, not just an inversion. I don't want to see an inversion. I think we want to go lower off of fair value. I think it's a possible narrative. Just have to wait for confirmation of the idea. Oh, I have to zoom in so close to see if there's a volume imbalance. Okay, there is not. Why do you have 15 different models? I have one model. I have 3 different ways I can trade it. And it's 9:30 power of 3 every time. So it's not 10 a.m. And this is how I like to trade. I don't know. Why do you care? Based on bookmap, there is some liquidity at 21425. Close chat? I know I should. I'm just so intrigued. Alright, we're gonna close chat. We're gonna lock in. Geis is right. But yeah, my model is 4-hour power of 3. My model is 4-hour power of 3. It's 9:30 regular trading hours, 4-hour power of 3. So we reclaimed the SIBI on ES. Previous day's high is still open on ES. So like we really could go into that, like maybe off of this 5-minute. If we retrace, look for a continuation. I think that's the highest probability narrative in draw right now. Yeah, we did manipulate lower, but we did displace very aggressively quickly higher. So I think the best opportunity would probably be longing this 5-minute bullish if it gives us a protraction model, expecting that that's your protected low, I guess. And if it just goes lower, then we can reevaluate after and with new information. It's probably my game plan right now. One thing for sure is if we are bullish and we're going to make a higher high, we're probably going to take previous day high on ES. But like my bias going into the day, well, my idea going into the day was if we show signs of not breaking that daily SMT, then I expect the daily chart to trade lower. Sort of retracement on the daily, you know? That was my idea. And right now we are showing signs of potentially holding the previous day high SMT. But I don't think it's worth taking a reversal because it's not truly I'd rather take a protraction. So we'll sit here and wait and see if a protraction model forms. I'm not really confident taking any reversal yet when I don't really know where it's going to go. So, for those of you who don't know, when I'm live streaming, I don't read chat. I turn off chat. So I'm sure there's probably a lot of you hating or asking questions or whatever the case may be. But just know I can't see your message. Only the other chat members can. And it's because I need to stay focused. Very simple. So we're back into first presentation. I'm going to mark out this. See if we can inverse this. We can inverse this. Possibly a run to the previous day high. Probably want to see ES respect that blue box though. ES gave us a CISD, but do we have a bearish above us? If we get the inversion here, 20-point stop loss. Hey, where's my buy buttons? Be a 9-contract trade if we didn't get the inverse. Well, 25 to 15. I don't like that we wicked. We'll see if we get the inversion. If we get the inversion, I'm willing to take it because there's really nothing else. There's nothing else to go higher for besides the high there. But it doesn't look like we're getting it. In fact, there's a 2-minute bearish on ES. If we get closure below first presentation, actually, I see how I'm outlining both sides. I don't like that. But we're kind of at that pivotal point. See what the next 15-minute candle does. That's why I said I just want to take the protraction when it forms. I feel like something like this isn't too bad, but I don't know. I see both sides. If we inverse this, I probably would have been in long. And now I'm outlining a potential short if we respect it and get the order block. The order block being this. Bearish order block. If we trade back into this low, I'll short. I trust my instinct. That'll be a 15-point short. It's kind of slipping pretty far from us now. But I'll be a little patient. Makes sense to wait for it. I mean, now we have S&P at the sell side now. This is like... But I like the inversion of first presentation. I like the CIC that we got on ES. I like the idea of coming down here at least. If ES wants to lead shorts, that's okay. See, this can tick up. Very bearish. Yes. It's a good short off first presentation inversion. You have to look for protraction now. We missed that entry. I should have entered right there. Should have been entering right there with the stop right there, just like I outlined here. I didn't get the fill. I didn't get the tick up I was looking for. Very nice. Very nice trade. I like midnight open here. Can this give a reversal? I don't think so. I think it's going to continue lower, to be honest. I like midnight open. I like 50% opening range gap. I just have to wait for something like this now. Hopefully the macro gives us something. That's a mistake on my end. So trading into opening range gap. This is a classic model, yeah. You could have even taken this inversion because it's a classic model. Very nice. This is like my exact pre-market plan. Anyway, let's not let the fact I hesitated influence anything in the future. Can't be perfect. I wanted a slightly better fill. I thought it could wake up a little bit more, at least into first presentation. But it makes sense. It's a balanced price range, the way that formed the bearish fair value gap. And if it's heavy, you actually want to see that stay open. So it makes sense that we didn't trade up into that. So definitely painful, but it's a really good trade. Yeah. You can see the order block here. That's smart money selling. I'm looking at Asia lows. These are typical lows. Suppose can also be a draw. And we'll see if we can get a protraction, meaning retracement, and there's 50% Oregon. But no, that would have been, yeah, it's unfortunate on me. A decent trade, but we can't let it put me on tilt. Yeah, just stay clear-minded. Some people definitely caught that. That was really clear in my opinion. For those of you who were bearish, at least. We got 50% org. Did we get Asia lows on ES? No. So we'll see if we can get a nice continuation idea. Now this is a bearish breaker, which we just traded into. I don't know if it's ever shortable like this. Simply not a rule break. Now the R is so bad. By the time I marked out the breaker, pretty much gone. We could take this order block. If we're going to deliver Asia lows, I like the idea of getting into this order block. It's risky. If it is, it's FOMO. No, we can break even at Asia lows on once ES takes. All right, let's try this order block. I'm willing to try the order block. I'm getting short inside this bearish order block. It's a bearish order block because I'm expecting a run towards Asia low sell side, which is the green line here. Looks like we may immediately get stopped out. Yeah, we got stopped out in one. We took a shot. We got absolutely destroyed. It's okay though. I will look for another opportunity. So I'm looking at this 3-minute bearish. That order block did not hold whatsoever. It got absolutely run through. We'll look at this 3-minute SIBI and this 3-minute breaker. 3-minute SIBI, 3-minute breaker. We'll see if that gives us something. We'll take the inversion out of it. That wasn't a bad trade. Retracement to fair value gap, take the CISD. It wasn't a rule break or anything. I expected a quick run to Asia lows. That's all. But I'll look for another opportunity to get in short here. Trading into the breaker. If we can leave a little gap here between these two candles, and I have a nice inversion to short off of. Otherwise, we have to zoom in to the 30-second, for example, which is fine. I'll zoom into the 30-second. Inside the macro, we retrace into a SIBI. We left that little gap. If we get the inversion, I'll short this again. This is not Asia low. This is London low. Low of the day. See if we get the inversion here. We're gonna get in short here. I believe this inversion is forming. All right, we're gonna try it again. Short off the inversion and targeting the sell side. Expecting this 3-minute SIBI to hold inside the macro. Expecting a run to the green line, which is low of day on ES. I think NQ can get there as well. My stop covers the candle that inversed. I'm gonna remove the execution, it's a little bit distracting. So we close inside the opening range gap. So I'd want to see like 75 and then full gap closure. Then we can trail our stop. There's a 1-minute bearish fair value gap right here. I might increase the stop just slightly, just to cover a good amount of that bearish fair value gap. That's like an institutional order flow entry drill right there. And if we get a lower low here, I'm trailing the stop. Yeah, I'm gonna trail the stop. As soon as we get closure below. If we get closure below here, I'm trailing the stop into this high, because I would expect it to flush. Not waste any more time. Inside the macro, going into 10 a.m. Should flush now, if I have the right bias. We put in a lower low. I'm putting my stop at the most recent high. I want to see that swing high get put in. If it gets put in on this candle, that's a good sign. That would validate this as an intermediate term high. We put in the swing high, which is good. Looks like we might take it out, which is fine. We'll just get hit when the trailed stop, if so. But if I want to see that high be held, I'll see that 5 stay open. Kind of a lot going on here. Let's remove this. We're at midnight opening price, so we are in discount. That's what I wanted to target, but I have an idea, so trying to consolidate. If we can put in a lower low here, that's a good sign. I mean, a lower high, it's a good sign, but we're just consolidating. I'm aggressive with my trail because it's a discount entry. Either we flush to the lows or I don't want to be in the trade. So that's why I'm aggressive. Looks like we may potentially get stopped here. I don't really want to increase my stop. It's 40 ticks. I'm happy with 40 ticks. We'll watch. We'll see if this inverses or not. It could. We'll just watch this. I'm happy with that small loss. I would manage it the same way. You should be seeing speed below these lows. The fact it's coming up here means this move could be, what's it called? This move could be exhausted. It doesn't have to reach the green line. So I'll protect myself when I see signatures that we may not. For example, yeah, see, we would have been stopped. So that was a really good move in the stop, cutting our risk significantly. We have the inversion here. We are getting the CISD. It does look like we can expand higher. But I'm just going to watch this. It's not clear now. It's really not clear. We'll just watch. For now, I don't mind taking another one. 10 a.m. open. Right here, 10 a.m. open. Trades lower initially. Getting back into the inversion. Also an SMT down here, but yeah, you can expect Seek and Destroy today. Today's possibly a Seek and Destroy day after 2 large day expansions. 100% possible. Just put me on a long entry. Bro, you got me in this stupid short. I want to get out. I didn't get you in any short, bro. I don't know why you copy traded. Whole day screaming short. Usually when it's pricing uptrend, it's gonna keep going up. Yeah, that's true. What's good, my boy Gatie? Got a fat payout 2 months ago, but this last 2 months been rough. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I also got one last month, but May hasn't been too good for me. We had some nice wins, but also gave a lot of it back. But I've been managing my risk really well. The we patch stay locked in. I'm probably gonna be. It's gonna be might be a while before I get one, another one here. But you're right. You're right. I should stay locked in. I don't have any clear bias anymore. I think this might just be neutral. We took out buy side, took out those equal lows. That was my main objective. All because I hesitated here. No, I'm not too familiar with the Venom model, to be honest. See the CISD here. I see the breaker. Well done, Bruno. I've seen his recent video. Like I knew the bulk of the interest was gonna be formed in like the first 30 minutes. I'm not expecting anything too clean now. But we've come into discount. My daily objectives were met. So it's tough. Tough one. But let's see. Look too clean. We have to wait for this distortion. Really hard to say if we respect that discount, move into midnight open. I think this long could play out. But we could also stay range bound from this high to this low, which kind of fits the narrative more. Damn, the video pumped and dumped. Oh, no, it's still hella up. So, two. This fair value gap reclaims. That's a pretty bullish candle. Basement to this fair value gap. I might buy this OB. But no, I don't like it actually. I don't like that first presentation wick. 250.50 right now. It's just way too 50-50. I'd best just take a step back. See the BISI here? This is an OB. I think this goes higher, but I'm not comfortable taking this trade, if I'm being honest. It'd be a double paired reversal model. It's a very good model. Buy side, sell side, and you get the reversal from discount. I think this is a double purge reversal. Yeah, I think this is a double purge reversal. I like this idea. I'll just outline it. I'm not gonna take it. I think this reaches the buy side, but again, I'm just gonna sit here and tape read. This OB would have been my entry. If I was following like my model and such. But I was 250.50 at the time. But this looks like a double purge reversal model. Manipulate above, so we engineer liquidity above, manipulate below, and then your breaker CIST is your real reversal. That's what I'm thinking right now. I guess we'll see. Pretty strong move lower. You wouldn't expect that if this was bullish. If it was bullish, it should have continued. Or it really is just 50-50, or it's lower. Feeling good that I didn't take that long right now. Feeling really good. You got in short first presentation? Nice, bro. That's good. I just hit TP on my long at first presentation. Nice. That's a good. Not a bad trade. Target the imbalance here. First presentation's the first fair value gap after 9:30. That's what it is. Yep. 5 minute. Yeah, I mean, I see the 5 minute bearish. I see it. But I also see the 5 minute bullish. So everyone's trading toxic. Oh, the soup is clean. Yeah, it is. No ever. I found it on Monday. I give you a heart emoji, bro. Heart emoji means good. But I'll read your stuff today. ES took the lows. We got this small fair value gap right there. Tough market. Very sideways. That's why I haven't pushed the button in this after. Hard to say where this is gonna go. It looks like higher now, honestly. It's the best we just stay away. The fact I can keep outlining left, like higher and lower, it's not a good sign. Do you feel bullish? I'm nothing. I don't know. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm neutral. I genuinely have no idea where this is gonna go. If I had to guess, I think it just stays in between this range, from this opening range, and then maybe not like a random time, like maybe during lunch or closer to 10:50, we take out one of the sides, or 10:30, maybe. Lost 200 double a day. Nice, bro. Nice, yeah. You don't have to lose more. Just what you're comfortable losing. If we put in another swing low, then this is probably a long-term low here. If we put in another swing low higher. Didn't put in a higher low. Go short. My model's not here, definitely. Definitely not. We would have had to respect this fair value gap for me to go short. Today's the day where people blow their accounts? Yeah. I do like those equal lows. Really clean. Very clean. Wow. I'm sure we inverse on the S, or we took out one buy side level. Correct. I do think this goes lower, just based on the way this formed. Like just trying to read the market structure, but it's not my model. I'm not gonna short this. I don't see myself taking anything here, but we can outline. This is an intermediate term high inside first presentation. Bearish fair value gap. Above 10 a.m. open, but it's not my model. There's no way. Simply just not my model. Way too 50-50. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try lunch or PM. Give myself one more trade on the day. Like I think this exhausted the move, you know? Like this ran to midnight open and this sell side right here doesn't have to go lower. Especially on a day like today. I have 150K funded that is ready for a payout, but I've been working on building a nice buffer, been going back and forth between the 2 to 3K range since March. Had this bro, take a payout, bro. I want to start slowly scaling. Do you think I should start copying trading 2 accounts? If I get breaking the stop, I risk normal size. I always risk normal size on my trades. Well, sometimes I like look for trades that allow me to scale in, but yeah. Bullish? No, I'm neutral. I can see both sides. I have nothing clear right now. You train tomorrow? What time is Powell speaking? 8:40 Eastern time? Someone said search and destroy. Bro, this isn't Call of Duty, bro. Yeah, I'll trade after. That's good. If he speaks before, that's good. Means I can trade at 9:30. I got an advanced account, but I don't know how to show I use your code. If you just show me the date you got the account, I'll see the discount. I see this volume imbalance being respected. Sure, you can argue signs of bearish order flow here below 10 a.m. The worst pay I've ever seen in my life. It's not that bad, bro. This is really not that bad. Is the alpha promo running today? It is running today for the next 24 hours. Yes. $13 winning days. Set a goal for 30 winning days and to keep the account live as long as possible. Just take the payout. Is it your first payout, brother? Alpha promo. It's 30% off. Never taken one? I would highly recommend you get one, bro. I would highly recommend you just take the payout. I don't really trust this move lower. This is peak seek and destroy. Or peak consolidation. Time distortion, whatever you want to call it. It's not a seek and destroy day. It's just a consolidation. How much for 50K on alpha with your discount? It's gonna be $50. Get one, bro. Trust me. I would take the payout because the last thing you want to do. This is, in my opinion, anyone on their first payout, you should always just take it. I fell victim to trying to build a large, nice buffer, and I never ended up getting the payout, and that's fine because it's not about the payout. But what's not fine and what's not easy is coming back after you failed to get the payout when you were eligible. Like when you were ready to take the payout and you didn't take it, it's so painful. It's the worst. Futures firms don't allow that, Archie. I don't trust this. I don't trust that move lower personally, but we'll see. I think this stays range bound at least till 10:30. Mm. Take that payout, man. Pay yourself. The Alpha Futures code is Gatie. If you use my discount, let me know. I'll enter you in the giveaway. Price is so cool with this NBA again. Guys, I figured out you have a 9 a.m. candle, 1 hour chart as an interesting candle. See we break higher low that candle, no trade. But a lot of the time, big moves happen after US closes so many times in higher time, which market ripping higher. Yeah, maybe. Like I said, I'm neutral. There's no way I'm trading any of this. I don't. Even if it was showing me signs, my discount code is Gatie. If you use it, I'm telling you guys, a lot of people used it, but they didn't send me a message, so I don't even know. I don't even know. You gotta send me proof. Market's just eating stop losses. Yeah, man. I've got burned in these markets. How many mans right now? Right now there's 9, but I have some Discord DMs I haven't opened yet, so I don't know how many are those. I don't know how many are those. The code is Gatie. My name. 2 L's locked out. Yeah, I'm like 1.25 L's. I got burned for 200. I'm back to 52K. God, I just want to pass this eval. See, that's the mistake right there. You're focusing too much on the eval. 1 hour busy holding hard. This is just consolidation. What trade did you take? I tried short off this order block. I thought we'd speed up to these lows. I was truly incorrect. I re-entered short here. Again, targeting the lows. And this was like a small loss. You're focusing too much on the account, brother. Not the process. Activation fee is 150. Same as Top Step. Bro, was back to break even, but now minus 250. I just want to pass. Well, if you have to say, like, I just want to pass, I just want to get this payout, I just want to win, you're not going to win, bro. You're running in circles. Your mindset's completely on the wrong side. Your attitude is not positive. You have a negative attitude. It's going to be really hard to be consistently profitable with a negative attitude. It's going to be really difficult. You'll go on wind spurts, but you will burn. You will burn. Boom, bust. What's the song? Boom and bust cycle. You'll just keep booming, and then you'll keep busting. Because the attitude hasn't changed. The attitude hasn't changed. Anyone can place a winning trade. You don't even have to be right to place a winning trade. Just has been on a dry stick. Gatie, how much are you funded right now? I have 4 Top Step funded, but they're pretty close to being blown. I haven't traded them in a while. I've been trading this eval. They're pretty close to being blown ever since I got paid, and then once I traded minis by accident, it didn't add up well. It was like right after pay, and then I traded minis by accident after that. I haven't been able to recover. So I don't know how long we'll have those left, but I haven't traded them in a while. Gatie, journey days where you accidentally over risked? Oh yeah, of course. How do you determine your daily buys? I use order flow. I just look at the order flow. Very simple. Order flow, and then the drawn liquidity. Go and see the IFEG. I don't really care about the IFEG, bro. I think this is still sideways until minimum 1030. You plan on trading a live account for futures anytime soon? Not yet, bro. Because I don't trust myself, if I'm being honest. I don't want to put... If I'm going to trade live, I probably want to put in like 20K. Put in 20K and risk like 100 per trade. I don't really trust myself to do that right now. You know, I'm going to be straight up. I still think there's a chance I can go on tilt or lose it. So, it doesn't make sense. And I'm really happy with swing trading my stocks. It's really safe. And I really never lose if I'm being honest. Did you trade? I just couldn't. Took a 1.25 hour losses. Don't trade IFG during consolidation, folks. Yeah, you have to look at the highs and lows. Smart man, yeah. Straight up with you guys. Don't trust myself yet. Where in your DC do you... you can just message me, bro. I reply to all my DMs as soon as I can. I put a nice book recommendation in the psychology Discord, bro. Check it out. I'll check it out. I just recently got a lot of books, so I gotta read those. But I will read yours too, man. For anyone who's sending me a message saying I use my code, I just need proof of purchase. We took two trades, basically the same trade, minus 1.25 R. I don't see myself taking another one. The new pyramid, do I scale in? I don't pyramid my entries, but I do scale in sometimes. Short? Nah, I'm not touching this. I know where I'll get burned, and it's right here in this market condition. I will lose. I'm straight up with you guys. I will lose if I take a trade. If I take any trades before the next 10-50 macro, I'll probably lose. Straight up. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Honestly, it was kind of a FOMO trade, though. I really wanted this short right here. As soon as this candle closed, I wanted it like this. I just wanted it to tick up a little bit higher. I don't know why I was greedy like that. Usually I'm not greedy like that. But it's what it is. That's where I think the winners will be announced tomorrow. It's only a 24-hour discount, so hey guys, can you explain a little bit more about your swing trade stocks? How do you do it? Buy your own broker with your own capital and see if that's on the chart? Very simple. I have very simple criteria when I swing trade stocks. Very simple. Step one, bullish on NQ or discount on NQ. Discount daily dealing range. One or the other. The reason I'm okay buying stocks when NQ is in discount, because NQ is always going to eventually go back up. So even if I'm not necessarily bullish, if we're entering discount, I'm okay. Just this is when I'm entering on discount. That's where I start dollar cost averaging. So I bought here, I bought here, bought here, and I actually got the bulk of my position on Monday's close, or it was like Tuesday's open, but same thing. It was like around here. That's where I put the bulk of my position, and I still have a little bit more capital in my account to enter if it came back below, but it never did. So I never traded with that. I'm never gonna buy it as it goes up. I'm only gonna buy it as it goes down. That's step one. Step two, it's always gonna be Nvidia because Nvidia is pretty much side by side with NQ. It's like probably the most influential. Nvidia and NQ are like this, so it's always gonna be Nvidia plus one other stock. So I trade Nvidia plus one other stock. That other stock, it all depends on my research. I chose AMD this time because AMD had I liked what they were looking at. Like I looked at their future projects. They had good earnings report when I went in. They had like 3 decent ones here, or nothing like too bad. Like see, this one estimate was like it's neutral, so it's like good earnings consistently, and they had good future plans coming, and it was in discount. So those are my 3 criteria: discount stock, NQ bullish, or in discount. Nvidia plus one other stock with good research. No, I use my own cash, so it's really safe. It's really safe. And if I'm being honest, like I've been doing this for like a year and a half with my live account, and I've never lost. Now, obviously, it's because I keep dollar cost averaging, and it's the stock market, but I've never lost. The last trade I did was Nvidia and Roku. The last trade before that was Nvidia and Palantir. Before that was Nvidia and Google. I also had some Apple in that one. But that's my model for stocks, swing trade. But yeah, I use a live broker and I use my own capital. Yeah, my stock trades have never lost. What do you mean you trade 2 at a time? I'll enter 2 stock positions at a time. So Nvidia plus one other stock. That's just how I like to do it. Why didn't you trust the reversal? Which one? The long? I wasn't even because I wasn't really bullish. Like, where is it going to? I thought it was possible, but you can't lose if you don't close. Exactly, bro. And it's your own money, literally. If you get a good entry, and you dollar cost average, and you're trading stocks with your own cash, you can't lose. You really can't lose unless the market goes to war. You know, literally, if the market goes to war, all right, you lose. Just buy more. You have to be really the trick. The true trick is the true consolidation. I mean, the dollar cost averaging. Like, that's the trick. You just keep buying as it goes lower. Simple. Just keep buying as it goes lower, and you will get a good fill. It's a disaster idea. Well, it's been working for me for a year and a half, so. On what social do I improve? Insta, TikTok, or Discord? Oh, whatever you want, George. Just send me a message. Whatever it is for you. If bullish today, DLL should be CE of Weekly City. Yeah. I don't think we're bullish today. I think it's an inside day. I think this is an inside day. When you consider a bullish order flow, when we're clearly disrespecting premium and respecting discount. Right now, we're respecting both. We're respecting discount and premium. It's neutral. How can I prove I use your discount? Just show me the account you got in the dashboard. So let me tell you guys something, man. I trade so much better. I've been like consistently going to the gym. I've been consistently reading, consistently journaling, and I feel like I've been trading so better. Now today wasn't the best trading day for me. I'm probably gonna give myself like a 3. I ain't gonna lie, but at least I didn't overtrade. At least I didn't. The second trade was really good managed. I'll give myself like a 4. I missed my A plus model. My A plus model is what I missed. It was this short right here, 944. I knew where it was going. I knew damn well where it was going, but I missed it. But reading plus running equals clear head. But yeah, it really is, man. And not just clear head, like, well, yeah, literally. I guess that's exactly what it is. A clear head. Like, I'm not thinking like, oh man, this, that. Like, you're really just trading. And then you're done trading and you leave and trade again the next day. You know? Lots of gaps under us. Wonder when it and if it fills. Yeah, you're right. Me too, Bam, to be honest. It's so bullish. We'll probably keep, like, it depends what the draw is. I mean, if we're gonna get to all-time highs, well, I probably expect, you know, at most Tuesday's low. Like, just mimic this run higher. This run higher left a gap here, left a gap here, right? We've offered fair value a couple times in the marketplace. There's a breaker here now on the daily chart. In line with this fair value gap, so maybe. But we're also really bullish. Like, we've inversed this. We're about to inverse this. This is a clear market maker buy model on the daily chart. For those of you who are, you know, this is your original consolidation. First. Second. Reversal. Buy. 1, 2. Yep, you're good, bro. I recommend taking the payout, but that's just me. Okay, let's see. Any trades today? We took one loss, yes. This just looks like a, yep. Could that up close 943 rejection block rejected twice already from that level? 943 up close. 943. It hasn't traded into the rejection block. Yeah, you could. You could use that. The time, listen, let me put you guys on something. The time you expect the rejection block to hold is when it overlaps with a level that shouldn't be violated. That's how you find those entries. So, for example, there's no real level here, but like, for example, let's say you're expecting this fair value gap to hold, right? You're expecting this fair value gap to hold. You can enter on the rejection block. It doesn't not violate the fair value gap. So you can take a trade like this. This is where you top tick and bottom tick if you want, using a rejection block model. This is probably the best way to do it, because you're not expecting this fair value gap to hold, right? I mean, you're expecting it to hold. Therefore, you would trust that, it's like that. Similar to like this, for example. This is how I would trade rejection block, but I don't. If you expect this fair value gap to hold, well, then you can get in long on this rejection block with the stop at the low and target whatever. That's how you unlock like really high risk to reward. But you have to pair it with something. You can't just long or short a rejection block with no reason. There needs to be a reason the rejection block should hold, and it shouldn't take out the high. The best time is probably when you form an intermediate term high. That's probably the best. So right here, if you're like anticipating this to be an intermediate term low, that's a good rejection block entry, right? You enter on this rejection block right here, you get filled. This is your trade. You enter on that opening price because you expect this to form the intermediate term low. You have to pair it with something else. I don't trade that. It's very aggressive, but you'd have to backtest it so much. That's exactly. I backtested it so much, and I still wasn't confident with it. So I was like, yeah, fuck turtle soup. It's not worth it. But yeah, we took 2, but one of them was a very small loss. After you reach 3K profit, then if you 50K funding, when do you take your first payout? When after that? Depends what account you get with. If you get alpha futures, you can get a payout right away. You don't need no buffer. See, even when the 1050 macro comes here, I don't even know where it's going. The bias is bearish. We're literally at 50% perfectly. Like, we are just straight in the middle right now, going sideways. There's nothing. We're above New York. We're above midnight open. We're pretty much right in the middle. It could distort all the way to 1050. That happens more than you think, if I'm being honest. It's weird. When you enter off an expansion and opening range, a lot of time it does do that, but I hope it plays out for you. Brother. What platform you're going to recommend? Top Step. I recommend Alpha Futures. Secondly, I recommend Top Step. I don't even know about thirdly, to be honest. Depends. But we'll see. I'm break even right now, still slight profit. You can have 50K, for example, you can lose 2K when you're at 3K. How much you take 50%? What prop firm, brother? It depends. Can you explain your reasoning? For Alpha Futures? Yeah, it's very simple. You don't need a buffer to request payout. And when you do request payout, your maximum loss doesn't get set to 0. FTMO is probably the best Forex firm. The biggest one, at least. But they're quite expensive. So find a better one. Funded by traders is not bad. If you have a 50K, for example, you can lose 2K. If you have a 50K, you lose 2K. But when you're at 3K profit, how much can you take? 50%? Yeah, Top Step, you can only request 50% of your profits. So you can request 1,500. That would leave you with 1,500 left to work with, since you made 3,000. Been in sales for the last 30 minutes. This is exhausting. Yeah. Definitive funding. Yeah, so I don't know about that. I've never heard of them. I personally wouldn't recommend them to anyone, but you can recommend them to someone if you want, bro. If you'd use them. You get it? Perfect. How much can you request payout on alpha feeders percentage? As much as you want, bro. You can request whatever you make, but if you request all of it, then you lose the account, right? So leave some for yourself. There's no. Well, the maximum is 15,000, but there's no like 50% or whatever. You can request. That's what I'm saying. So if you really want to be simple with it, take 3 wins, 2R only, or 1R, doesn't matter. As soon as you get eligible, Stop trading the account. Go get another one and just take a payout on that one. It's the easiest payout possible. 15K per account, yeah. If we expand lower, Asia lows without question, yeah. It's London lows actually. I mismarked it earlier. It's like 5 a.m. low. Yeah, if we expand lower, I think that's no problem. Question is, are we going to expand lower? For me, I don't know. The Asia low is like a minimum for me if it's gonna expand lower. Like if someone said, "Yo, this is bearish," Asia low is minimum. Right now, we're not bearish. We're very neutral, very neutral. Not only are we 50% of the opening range, we're also 50% on the day. So we're really just sitting at 50%. I don't think this runs, I don't know, a clear buy or sell program right now. SMT, bro. SMT, bro. Okay. What do you want me to do with that information, brother? There's one everywhere. Are you in a trade currently? No. I'm just tape reading, staying with you guys, reading chat, answering questions. Why is your discount only for a day? They're doing a promotion. It's like Men's Mental Health Month. Or Men's Mental Health Day or something, or a week. So they're doing 30% off for that. Because every sale that happens in the next 24 hours, I think they're gonna donate some money to mental health something. So it's like a charity thing. Yeah, I took one loss, like a 1.1 loss. When the next discount after this one? It might be a while. I don't know. Probably the next event that comes up. Yeah, this is a GAN box. I don't really use it except for demonstration purposes. I can see visually it's 50%. But yeah, GAN box. After the 30%, I don't know when's the next. Maybe July 1st or June. When's American Day? July 4th. July 4th, right? That's an option. Like probably the next holiday or the next event that they run. Is it May the 4th? No, May the 4th. Be one of those like events. Nah, I don't think they give a shit about Canada Day, bro. That's funny. Well, 5 minutes for the macro. I'll wait. We'll watch the macro play, see what happens inside the macro. If I had to pick, I would short, but I'm not going to either. I would look for a high probability short. I don't even know if there is a potential of forming a high probability short, man. Look at this, man. I'm in the GTA. There's no such thing as high probability short or long. Yeah, so after 2 expansion, yep, exactly. That's why again I didn't trade the funded. That's another reason why I recommend people don't copy trade me, because I'm pretty aggressive on my evals, you know. So a lot of people copy trade me and they message me like, "Bro, man, that shit wasn't A plus." I say, "Bro, you know what? L's on you, bro. What's your goal in life? Get married, move in with my girl, start a family. Any trades today? Yep, took one loss, 1.1 loss, down 2% on eval. Good sales, didn't deliver. Yep, that's all it is. All it is, bro. That's okay. Copy trading ain't good for long term. I don't know anyone who just copy trades and make. I mean, that's not true. To be honest, a lot of people do get payouts from just copy trading me, man. I get a lot of messages like, "Yo, when are you gonna trade live next?" Some people will literally message me like, "Yo, like you got me a payout, but I see like you're on a little bit of a losing streak." So like they'll literally say like, "Can you message me like when you feel like you're like back on track?" Like what? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man? When can I message you when I'm safe to copy trade again? Like, what the hell's going on, bro? You know, people are funny, man. A lot of people copy trade, man. They do copy trading, yeah. Yeah, let me know when you're back on track. It's risk management consistency, man. I'm always on track. Just because I'm losing doesn't mean I'm not on track. As long as I'm losing the correct amount I'm supposed to be losing, in my mind, I'm always I'm usually on track. How about an account with your code? How do I enter the giveaway? Just send me a screenshot or an forward. Don't forward me the email. I'm not looking at my email. Send me a screenshot of the dashboard or the account. I just need proof of purchase with 30%. Yep, Discord's fine, George. I'm gonna check all my Discord messages after this live stream. Yeah, a lot of time we do take the same trade, Lori. Yeah, we took a loss today, Kevin. The discount's 30%. So it's like $50 for a 50K. I'm down today, yes. I took a short on this order block. This was my main idea. I re-entered here, but that loss was like 0.1 R, so this is the same crap as Monday with this consolidation. Yeah. Large expansion, you try to catch the continuation and it just... Well, some of my homies think I copy trade you when it's like just the same entry model. Man, if we have the same model, it's different, you know? There's nothing wrong with learning. Like, there's learning and there's copy trading, you know? I might trade lunch or PM, but I don't see anything high probability in right now. You know anyone who trades only indicators? No, I don't know anyone who trades only indicators. I have been in this motherfucking trade for 1 hour. Yeah, so like, I guess you guys like want to trust it. If it was me who entered short anywhere here, I would have taken the break even as soon as I could. Like that's just me. But then again, I did that yesterday and I paid the price. Macro showing signs of hope. It's their first time getting like a body, consecutive body candles. Yeah, you went long. Good luck, bro. GG's. It's all good. Like at that point, in my opinion, it's like 50-50. Like with consolidate, you expect expansion. There's no way anyone here can tell me like, oh yeah, like there's no way we manipulate before expanding higher, or there's no way we manipulate higher before expanding lower. How do you know which way the first expansion is going to be? Like, sure, if we're bullish and we expand higher, I guess you can say, okay, it aligned, but it could easily fake. I don't think anyone has a clear bias, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, what's your guys' favorite cereal, bro? Do you guys eat cereal still? Yo, by the way, if you guys are not on the Discord, we're gonna be running so many giveaways. Even Crips goes crazy. You don't eat cereal? The FEG is holding, bro. It's extremely nice to have a mechanical strat in these conditions. Have you hit 6 figs in payout? Hell no. That'd be nice though. Mini chocolate, wheat bin X. I've managed to pull 5 figures in total in all trading. But I'm not where I want to be. Not even close, to be honest. Like, not even a little bit close, in my opinion. I have a lot of ways to go. This year, I think this is. I don't want to like be greedy, but I am confident. I think this is my year. If I can keep trading the way I've been trading these last couple of months, we're super solid, I think. I'll be very happy. Where do you want to be? Where do I want to be? You know where I want to be? I'll tell you where I guys want to be. I want to be away from prop firms. So I can take like 1 or 2 trades a week that are A++. I don't want to pass more eval. I don't want to do no evals. I don't want to follow no consistency rule. I want to get a live account with like alpha. That's what I want. Or top set. No, prop firms are amazing to build your money up. But like there's just so much I don't like about prop firms. I don't know. That's just me. Like you know what I don't like? Couple things. Like, I don't like consistency rules. For prop firms, it makes sense. But the reason I don't like consistency rules, and there are like, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of the time I see a trade where I'm like, this is going to keep going. I could hold this for days, you know, for a really long time. The last long we took, that was a really nice win. I don't know if it was Monday or I don't know when it was. But we took a nice long the other day, and I said, this is going to keep going. But I have to close it here, because I can't go too far past my consistency. And I feel like that's annoying, you know? Like, you finally catch that trade you've been waiting for, and you have to cut it short. That's why when you're trading props, you really just need to focus on like 1 to 2 RR. You can't be going for big home runs. It really is just consistently nice small wins. Even if you have to fix RR, which honestly I'm considering. Like, I'm considering doing fixed RR. There's also stuff like the buffer, which is stupid. Imagine you got a live account. Imagine you got a live account and you started with $2,000 and then you made $2,000. You're not taking anything? You doubled your money. You're not taking anything? Like, come on, man. It's lame, bro. It's not even real, bro. It's not even real. And then, like, why the drawdown trail? I made money. Why am I having less? They make you stop profits and take losses. For real. Base hits are the wave. I was thinking like 1 to 2 R. Like, honestly, guys, I might even start considering like just fixed TP. 1 R, 2 R. A+, take it 2. And that might be the way, bro. With the prop firms especially. Live would be better if you have the capital, yeah. But then again, like, that's only assuming you don't have a buffer though, right? If you could start over, then what would you do? Oh man, I wish I could start over. If I could go back in time, right now I'm working with someone and I'm gonna make them a trader prodigy. One person. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I'm working with someone and they're completely blank slate. Like, they know nothing about trading. Nothing. They don't know that it's difficult. They don't know that it's psychology. They don't know ICT. They don't know support, resist. Like, they see, but they're like basically a fresh slate. Bro, I don't think you guys realize, like, when you first start trading, that's really probably when you're closest to being consistently profitable. How the first 930 candle, because you're including the 929 candle, and you can't include 929. That does not account. So that, like, what was I gonna say? If I could go back, what I would do is just cut out all the shit I don't need. I've been doing 1 to 2 R, sometimes 3, and have seen some nice consistency. Can you make me trader prodigy? Probably not, bro. I mean, like, I probably could, but I'm not going to. No offense. I mean, so what don't you need? Well, now I have everything I need. But when I first started, I was looking into way too many things. First things first, I kept. This is the thing. I'm gonna give you guys the actual thing that you need to focus on. You will be consistently profitable once you have a profitable model and a positive winning attitude. Those are the 2 things you need. That's it. That's it. And good risk management. That I'm including that in the model. You should have risk management component inside your model. That's all you need. I had number one for so long. I had a profitable model for so long. And I kept changing it. And I kept thinking it's the model. I need to learn this. I need to learn more. I need to watch more videos. I gotta backtest more. I gotta take more notes. But in reality, the only thing it was my attitude. That was it. It was just I did not have a positive winning attitude. I didn't. It took me 1 month. You finished trading today? I might trade PM session, but it'll be off stream. 100% of a classic tech analysis. Complete bullshit. It's all about the attitude. How do you journal? I can show you my journal. I journal like this. So I actually have to finish. This is yesterday's journal. I journal the account I traded on, the result, the satisfaction of the day, net P&L, trade breakdown. I usually do the net P&L after because, again, when I'm trading, I don't know the P&L. I like to keep that blank. The model, and then I also included the daily outlook and what I was looking for pre-market. I'm starting to journal my pre-market plan. You're so right. It's hard to know when you think correctly when you've never done it before. Yeah. What do you mean with positive winning attitude, like practically? I'll give you an example. I'm going to give you guys a speech that I gave on the TikTok I posted. Listen to the speech. This is from Mark Douglas, by the way. I didn't think about this. Let me tell you guys. We'll leave it off with this speech. Okay? Assuming you have a model that works, or at least some consistency. You don't even need like, this model's the best. I never lose. Like, if you can win and it makes sense, like you followed a logic and you won. That's what I'm talking about. So let's say you followed some sort of logic and you took a winning trade. Most traders feel good. Most traders, new traders, whatever, anyone. Most traders will be like, nice, this model worked. This logic worked. You get a sense of confidence in that logic. You're like, wow, like this logic worked. It made sense. What I thought was going to happen, and I entered here and it went to there and it made sense. You get a sense of confidence. Let's say you take another trade. You take another trade and you win yet again with the same logic. You start building this sort of consistency and you're like, well, this looks really good. Like this logic makes sense. I'm winning trades. You feel good. You have what we call like, not like you're in the flow, you're in flow. Like you're making these decisions with this logic and there's nothing else influencing it because you're winning. Because you're winning. You're not losing. There's nothing to question because you're winning, right? You're winning the trades as you outlined. The logic played out. You're winning. So you have developed a positive winning attitude. The attitude that you developed was this logic makes sense. And if I can keep executing this logic, I should see some consistent results. That's a positive winning attitude. That's what you want to trade with. When you have that attitude, when you're winning, you're not thinking like, oh man, I should have done this or I should have done that, or you're not thinking like, maybe this isn't gonna work, because you're winning. The logic is making sense. So you have a clear mind. You don't have fear in your mind. You don't have regret. You don't have greed. You have a logic that works and you have a winning attitude. Great. That's what you want to strive for. Let's say you take a loss. You take a loss now with that same logic. You take a loss, which is inevitable. Everyone loses. That's what changes everything. Once you lose, everything changes. A good trader with a good attitude, nothing changes. They keep trading. Doesn't matter. The same positive winning attitude that led them to take wins before, they're going to keep that same attitude and they will win again in the future. Whether they lose more, it doesn't matter whether they lost, because they have that attitude. They have the model. The focus is the attitude. Most traders, including myself, lose and they lost that attitude. They lose that winning attitude. They're like, oh man, something didn't make sense. They think that it's them. That it's not, they think it's the market. They think it's the information that they perceived. They don't think anything besides the fact that, you know what? I just had the wrong attitude. Because one loss is okay. But when you lose, you start questioning. Be honest. A lot of you, when you lose, you start saying, oh man, what went wrong? Or or some of you start learning. This is what I used to do. When I used to lose, I used to go watch more ICT. That was my solution. I would lose and I would go watch more ICT. or I would go back test more. And I'd be like, okay, I figured it out. This is why I lost. It's not going to happen again. And I would keep adding stuff to my model. I'd be like, oh, okay, this is why I lost. I'll make sure. I kept trying to justify every single loss. And I kept making changes to my model, getting a new model. I would say like, oh, I would have taken, if I followed this model, I wouldn't have lost. So I got to change, you know? And I would frame everything on the premise of like 1 or 2 losses. I would make changes and I would adjust stuff and my attitude would just completely change. And not once did I consider like, yeah, man, this is just my attitude. The only thing that's changed is my attitude, right? Trader number 1, who didn't change his attitude, will go on to win some more trades with that same logic in the future, right? Trader number 2 won't. Trader number 2 is going to go down that same cycle. They're going to find success, they're going to lose, and they're going to repeat. And they're going to keep changing until they realize that, well, hold on. The only thing that's not working here is my attitude. The only thing that shouldn't be is my attitude. That's what it is. How do you change that? You got to get the right attitude. You have to learn to truly accept loss. That's it. You got to accept it truly. I don't mean like, yeah, okay, I'm comfortable losing $200. Like no, you lost, and that's it. That's the only thing. Nixon will both lose on today? Probably. You're so right. It's hard to know you think correctly we've never done before. For real. How long did it take you to get profitable? It's hard to say. Like, if I'm being honest, I haven't had that many losing months. I've had a lot of break-even months. Well, no. Like, I've had losing. Like, we're talking like net profit here. It's really hard to say. I don't know. I'm very streaky. Lowering your risk does help. Yes, I agree. Just got stopped out breaking all the most motivational speech in my life. That's funny, man. Um, it's hard to say, Mr. N. I don't know. I don't know. Once I started trading like my Po3 final model, it's been pretty consistent since then. Every month it's pretty much been either break even or I've had some losing months. But it's hard to track losing and winning months with fundeds because sometimes you get a payout but then you blow the account. Is it a losing month? Um, but I'm not where I want to be. Not quite. Still got room to go. But I think it's just time for me. Very happy with my model. Very, very happy with my model. And my ability to reprice. Been reading price almost perfectly. Not perfectly, but pretty close to it. Losing is a lesson, yes. Haircut routine? Hair care routine? I don't do anything to my hair except wash it in the morning. I literally just go in the sink, take water, and just go like this. Just to like, make it like natural. I'm happy with our model. Bye. Do you like fully trade my model? Look what's gonna happen to 9:30 once Nasdaq starts. No idea what that means. You took this short? Nice, bro. Yo, remember what I said about that rejection block idea? This is literally a perfect example. It worked. So like I said, if you're expecting this SIBI to hold, because you're bearish for whatever reason, that's when you can enter off the rejection block and put the stop at the high. Whenever you enter on a rejection block, your stop should go to the high, right? So you people wonder how people trade rejection blocks and you can, now it's not high probability. Well, it is high probability. How do you catch bottom and top ticks? Well, you do it like this. You trade the rejection block. I don't even trade the seek and destroy model anymore, Biohazard, to be honest. But Biohazard, send me a message on Discord. No, I didn't short this. I talked about earlier in the live stream that if someone was to short this rejection block, how would you do it? You would do it because in the trade right now, partial or not, I would 100%. There's a huge SMT here. ES hit TP. That was the objective I wanted. So there you go. It really did distort till 1050 macro. There you go. And in fact, it didn't give any entries here really. So Oh, actually, you know what? This is not a bad entry. The CIC with the fair value gap form there. Can you explain SMT? I don't even have to explain it. You'll see. You'll be able to explain it to yourself once you see. This is a bullish SMT. Just look at what I drew. You'll see it yourself. Once you see it yourself, it'll make sense. You see it? Just send me a message. I'm gonna send you something for our model. I guess since you're really actually putting a lot of effort into it, I'll just send you a nice little summary and cheat sheet and breakdown. What kind of indicators you use? Nothing important. I use this one that puts my name up here. I use this one that marks out midnight open and New York opening price for me. That way I don't have to do it. And I use this one, which honestly I never even look at this. I might as well just remove it, but it's nice to see sometimes. This is just what I require for a trade. Drawn liquidity, Po3 setup, aspect of time, standard deviations with a good risk reward entry, and then obviously management of the trade. That's it. Great, I want to join Gem so bad, but my wallet's saying no. Message me, bro. Would you take a rejection block tapped on NQ but not tapped on ES? That's an SMT, brother. SMT at the body. So you would just make it very simple. ICT, what is it, 2020, 2024? He talks about this. I don't know, what if I buy for both of us? 3 trades, 1 win, 2 losses. See you tomorrow, man. See you tomorrow, brother. Gaddy, would you slide me that too? Trying to fully utilize the model, but minor take, I don't understand. Okay, message me, brother. You never used any kits such as RTI. I've never used that in my life. No. Would you take reduction block tab? Yeah, it's an SMT at the body. No, that's what you're referring to. I don't trade that model. No, I don't trade the reduction block. I don't even look at reduction block. The only time I look at reduction block if it's NFP or CPI. Yeah, I'll trade tomorrow. Tomorrow should be better price action. 1 loss, 300, 1 win, 1K. Nice, bro. Good risk reward. Take a long in London and short in New York too easy. There you go, bro. Why? I believe in the algorithmics. I believe the market is delivered by an algorithm, and I don't think indicators have anything to do with how price move. And I think they're also too late. By the time an indicator shows something, it's in response to what's already printed on the chart. And I don't trade like that. I predict and react. For example, I predict this fair value gap is going to hold. I react once I see the CISP from that fair value gap, you know? Some people just trade like reactionary. To me, it doesn't make sense. You need to have an idea. If you have an idea before the trade, and then you see it, like, do you know how much higher probability that is? Like, the amount of times, like, for those of you who've been really watching my live streams, you'll notice how I trade. I'll say, like, okay, I think we can reach this level. So if we can come up here and then I get, I don't know, inverse of first presentation, then we can get in short. If I see all of that pan out, isn't that just a higher probability trade? Just because the fact that, well, exactly what I anticipated to happen is happening. Now, there's two things I have the advantage to. One, it's an advantage to me because there's a more likelihood of it playing out. It means I'm probably reading something correctly. Two, I don't have to hesitate on the trade now because I literally said it 15 minutes ago what I was going to do, you know? So that's where I missed out on this. I should have said it out loud. That's what I need to do. Not everyone is actually hearing what you are saying. What do you mean? Like they can't hear my voice? Like it's too quiet or they're not listening? Take care, Trey. Like I should have, when I was looking for a short here, I should have said it out loud. I'm gonna enter. Honestly, I just hesitated. I don't know why I placed a limit order at first presentation. I never do that. I don't know why I did that. This was the trade I wanted. I don't know why I put a limit order on this first presentation. I almost never trade that way. I should have shorted it right there, but it's fine. They ain't listening the proper way. That's what I'm saying, bro. Did you take that big? No. Dude, why not short after a high sweep directly? You can. It's turtle soup. It's very aggressive. So, for example, if you for some reason expect this low to not be traded much below, then yeah, you can buy it right after the sweep. That's really aggressive, though. You know how many sweeps we had that price didn't do anything? It's aggressive. You know, say you bought this sweep. There was a couple entries, yeah. If you're aggressive, you can take the first inversion up here. For me, that's not enough. The entry that I liked was after this. This was the entry I want. If you go back in the live stream, you'll literally say, you'll hear me say, like, I'm going to short it as soon as it touches right here. I don't know why I was waiting for that. I don't know why. It was just not a rookie mistake, but like, why was I demanding a perfection? Especially when the trade offered like 2 to 3 hour anyways. So like, there's no reason to be waiting for a better fill. So, 11 a.m. Yeah, you could have traded this if you really wanted to. This is first presentation fair value gap. This is a run on buy side. This is your CISD. I'll show you the converging levels here. Just give me a sec. First presentation fair value gap. We sweep out buy side. CISD is right there. Say you don't trust the CISD. Say you say, I don't know. We put in a bearish fair value gap right here. And then we respect it. Say you don't trust this bearish fair value gap. Then you can short it right here. Say you have to wait. All right, short it right there. You can still get easily 1R. And if you held it for whatever, you can get like 3. There's an SMT down there, so you would have to close it on this candle's low. Or probably like right here. So you can get like 1.7. You don't have to take the best entry, It's still 1.7R. It's not bad. And it's inside the 1050 macro. Obviously, this is hindsight study, but you're asking me. First presentation. It's presented. First presentation. It's not the first presented. I mean, I guess. I don't think presented. I don't think you can, like, this is the first presented presentation. Like, it doesn't make sense. The first presented for value gap. I guess you can say presented. First presentation sounds nicer. It's the first presentation. First presented. Yeah, I guess both work. Yeah, I don't know why you're laughing. Like I know you're not laughing. Anyways, I appreciate everyone coming through. If you guys use my code for Alpha Futures, message me. I'll enter you in the giveaway. 30% off Alpha Futures. Yeah, I'll see you guys live tomorrow. If I take any trades in the afternoon, I'll post it in the Discord. Probably will trade the afternoon. So we'll see what happens there. Appreciate everyone coming through. We'll see you guys live again tomorrow. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. I just said that twice. But today's leg day, so that should suck. The giveaways for people who use the 30% off code Gatie for the next 24 hours. It's only 24 hours, no more. Unfortunately, it's just like a one-day thing. So let me know if you use it. Send me proof in Discord. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's PPI, so hopefully some better, easier price action. I'm not going to say better, but easier.